Hello, Mzansi. Welcome to it as Hollywood Bets once again brings you Game On. I am Sizwe Mapena, to be joined by legends, goal-scoring legends, in the way of Shane McGregor as well as Jerry's Kosana as we break down football here in Mzansi, out in England as well as in Germany, as all those three respective leagues go into the final stretch of the 24-25 campaign. We'll also be having a special interview, or special guest, maybe I should say, right at the end of the show. That's a once member of the famous CBD down at Mamelodi Sundowns some years ago. That, of course, is Keegan Dolly. So stay with us as we get the show on the road. So as promised, it's time now to have a look at what's going on in England. And of course, we are in the presence, I should say, of a great Shane McGregor. Shane, great to be back in your company. And of course, the international break is a thing of the past now. It was interesting when we went to break in that Arsenal had cut down the gap, not by much, but they had cut down the gap. Well, some teams down at the bottom also in their struggles. Let's look at the fixtures that will be coming up and discuss the teams. Brighton at home against Aston Villa, who still have a chance of getting into the top four.
Yeah, this is a difficult game, you know,
Yeah.
and good to be here, by the way. It's a difficult game. Brighton blown hot and cold, as has Villa been, you know, the break. And you never know what happens when you have a little break like this. Players go to international duty, players come back, you've got injuries. It's a difficult one to call, but I'm gonna look at Brighton. Yeah, I do think, you know, at home they a team that are very hard to beat at home.
Yeah.
So I'm going to look at them to get in the victory in this one against Villa. I know Villa are fighting to try and keep up that fight. Yeah. But I just think Brighton are going to be too good for them at home.
Manchester City are just 1 point away from the top four, having to battle their way in there if they are to get there at the end of it all. Leicester City are very much in the relegation struggle. It is a big game this weekend.
Huge game. You know, I just feel that Man City will get the victory. I mean, you look at Leicester. I mean, I think they're on the way out as well. So, yeah, I know stranger things have happened with Man City of late, but I just feel that Man City going to be too strong. I do see that their big man is back in light training, Rodri. So hopefully he can even future the season, but who knows? But I just feel that I'll have too much for them.
Would you say the break came at the right time for City, considering they'd lost a match and drawn a match going into the international break? Hadn't won in two.
Yes and no, because 90% of his, if not 100% of his players would have gone away for international duty, so it wouldn't have helped much. You know, you can't really work on anything. But the break might have suited them. Leicester, obviously they're not going to lose too many players, would have time to work, but I still feel that City will be too good.
While City are 1 point out of the top four, Newcastle United are 2 points out of the top four. They're at home once again to Brentford this time.
Yeah, at home, you can't look past them. You know, Newcastle, you're playing against 12 men there with the fans, you know, and everything there. So I can't see them getting beaten,
Interesting, when you look at Brentford, would you say they've done well this season? 11 spots on the log, no relegation worries. Also, when you look at their last five, they've won 3, lost 1 and drawn 1.
Gained very well, you know. Obviously, not a worry there, no relegation battles. So, nothing to play for really, but just get the season done.
Southampton on a losing run in recent times. They have to go back some stretch in their memories to remember that winning feeling. But they're up against a side I've said on numerous occasions is the most improved this season, considering how they started the season. That, of course, is 13th place Crystal Palace.
Southampton have been on a losing streak most of the season. So, you know, you look at it, they're gone. I mean, they're dead and buried. They're going to be in Championship next year. As you say, Palace being one of those teams that have been going fairly well of late, especially. You know, they were in their relegation battle at one stage. Got a few victories. Yeah, they'll get the job done against Southampton. Southampton's just got pride to play for now.
Now, there's the big one later on this, or should I say, on Wednesday evening to look forward to. Liverpool at home to Everton. The last time they got together, there were goals, there was drama, there was red cards, there was everything you'd want in a match, including the tension of the rivalry between the two sides. How are you looking at this game?
Typical derby game, and it's going to be the same, you know. Always a typical derby game with Liverpool against Everton. At Anfield is another story, you know. If you look at the history at Anfield, Liverpool have definitely got the upper hand. It's going to be a tight game, once again, it always is. See how Liverpool have recovered after the break, but I think it's going to be a Liverpool victory.
At this point, for Liverpool, it's a season they could throw away if they are to lose it, rather than someone could take it away from them. Is that fair to say?
Yeah, it is going to be, if they do lose the league, if they don't win it, them chucking it themselves, It's unfortunately, that international break came at the right time for Liverpool. They were going through a bad patch. They'd gone through a number of defeats. They'd been out lost the cup final, out Europe. So it came at a good time for them. So let's just hope they've recharged. But once again, 90% of the players have been away on international duty.
Let's talk Everton. They've had their problems over the last couple of years, financially and otherwise, but things seem to be stable. 15 spot, they're on 34 points, some way off the relegation chat. Have they done well to turn the ship around here?
Moyes, since he's come back, it's been a different team. They were struggling. They really were struggling, couldn't get results. He came in, changed things around. It just shows you that a coach knows the history of the team, knows everything around the team, what a difference he can make, and he has made that difference. And I'm glad he did, because obviously they've got a new stadium that they're moving into next year, So can you imagine if they got relegated?
With the new stadium,
yeah. That
would make sense. Chelsea-Tottenham, quick one.
Chelsea-Tottenham, I'm going to go draw.
Draw. So for Chelsea, just clinging on to a top 4 spot, they'll be hoping for the win at home against Tottenham. London derby, once again, it could go either way with the way Chelsea have gone about the season. That's our look at what's happening in England. We'll be back on the other side of this with Jerry Skosana to talk about what's happening right here in Mzansi.